Good morning, y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Pink Hannah U. This is week 2 of the Certified Hard Writing Challenge, and it's crazy that we're already in the second week of this challenge. Guys, I didn't want to have to admit this on the second week of doing this challenge, but I want to be honest and I want to be so transparent. Yesterday, I fumbled. I broke one of the many rules I have set for this challenge, but I broke the rule of no doom scrolling on TikTok. Most people fumble or fall or mess up usually a few weeks into the challenge, but literally I'm on the second week and I'm already struggling. So I am just like, what is going on? Last week I had to stop writing the whole story and start all over with outlining my book and even doing character arcs. Now this week I messed up with scrolling on TikTok. So let me tell you how it happened. I was thinking about something and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm just really curious about this, see what other people's opinion is. And then one thing led to another. I went on TikTok, because for me sometimes TikTok is like Google, and I went on TikTok, looked it up, ended up watching one video, then another, and then another, and then another. Soon I went over 5 videos in and I realized, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And it makes it even more crazy, y'all. It was late last night too, and I was in bed and I just had this random thought in my head and I'm like, why did I do that? I know the original 75 Hard Challenge, if you mess up you got to start all over again, but this isn't the fitness workout 75 Hard Challenge. So I want to know y'all thoughts. Start all over again or just keep going? And I told myself TikTok was going to be the social media app I was going to not look at or not doom scroll on. But I should have made it clear with the rules for y'all. You can choose what app you want to not doom scroll on. For me, it was TikTok, because I just had a really bad habit of scrolling lately, to the point where I would scroll for hours at a time in one day. And even TikTok will send me a message twice in a day. You know that message where they say, hey, take a break, take a breather. And I was getting those messages twice in a day because I was scrolling that much on TikTok, and that's why I chose that. And I feel like it feels embarrassing to admit that, because I want to be an example that you can commit to a challenge or a goal, fail in it. And I feel like I'm failing you guys and showing you how to be disciplined, how to be consistent. But my dad says it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So it's week 2 of the challenge, and last week I ran into a problem where I had to completely stop writing my book and basically almost in a way start all over again, because I realized that I tried to do this crazy thing where I tried to do for 30 days to write without an outline, even without having the character arcs laid out, because I wanted to see if I could write a complete book from start to finish without an outline. And I realized, no, I cannot do that. I also needed some character arcs, because I realized the most important thing about a story is the characters. Like, yeah, the external plot is important, but the most important part of the story is knowing who your characters are and your character's internal conflict. But I thought I had that all sorted out. I had my outline laid out on Notion. I had my character arcs laid out on Notion. I even had photos of the type of characters what I want the characters to look like. I even had their personality typed down. And I was like, you know what? I am ready to start writing this week. Come to find out, no, I'm not. Because I cannot for the life of me get past this chapter. I have been struggling for so long. That's why I stopped in the first place, to try to outline my book and figure out my character's character arc again, because I thought that was hindering me from moving on to the next chapter. But apparently it's not. And I've just been sitting there for days after I filmed, just sitting for a while trying to figure out what to write next. And then I realized the other day, the reason why I cannot move forward and why I'm struggling to move past a certain point is because I feel like I need to rearrange my whole story, or at least half the story. And it's just really aggravating me. I've been working on this book for about 6 weeks now, since I think early April, and I still haven't got past the 12th chapter yet. And I've just been writing random scenes on a separate Google Doc, and I realized that I think it's because the scene that I'm trying to write, I think it's just happening too soon. And the way I wrote it, it feels like it's too, I don't want to say too climactic, too big or whatever, but it's too dramatic, I guess, and too much of a big plot point for it to happen so early on in the story. And I honestly feel like it should be towards almost the end of the story. And I'm like, so you're telling me I'm gonna have to go back and just insert scenes leading up to that point? And for the life of me, y'all, I have been struggling to figure out what scenes can lead up to that moment. And for the past few days, I've been writing random scenes, trying to figure out what scenes can lead up to this moment. And that's what this week is about, just writing those scenes. I'm basically just using this week to fill in the gap of my first draft. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to go to the Starbucks and sit down and try to fill in the gap. Adjust the camera a little bit. Y'all, I just got finished doing my writing sessions. I decided to do both of them all in Starbucks. I decided to just stay the whole time because I feel like I'm getting a little better at this. I feel like I'm making progress in this draft, and I'm just so happy. The scenes that I wrote, even though they were just two, I feel like they were very emotional beats of the story. It was not the main plot point, but it was a high intense emotional moment, and I just love writing scenes like that. The first scene I wrote took up almost both sprints almost because it was just so much details I want to put in there, and it was a very lengthy scene, maybe a little too long, but you know what, that's what the second draft's for. I just cut that out later. But the second scene I wrote was really good. I'm really excited for that one. It was a very romantic part, but I'm very proud of myself for both of them, especially from last week and earlier this week, how I've been struggling to get this story together. I feel like doing this puzzle piece, trying to find or solve the missing puzzle pieces, is what's really helping me put this story together. And I have to say, I'm still struggling with telling myself that it's just a first draft and I could always fix it. And that's what the second, third, fourth, and fifth drafts are for. Is for you to fix it. Right now, I saw this quote on Pinterest a while back. What was it? It said, I'm trying to pour all the sand into a bucket so later I'm trying to pour all the sand into a bucket, try to collect it so I can turn it later into a castle. I can't remember who said that, but it went something around those lines. And it made me think about that while I was writing, because I told myself I could always come back later and make it better. So I was just focusing on having fun and just writing the scenes that I feel like would really make the story better, and the scenes that would lead up to that point that I left off at. Because like I said earlier, that the chapter or the scene I wrote should have been towards the end of the story, and that's why I struggled to move on with it. But I feel like I am slowly putting the pieces together to lead up to that point so I can finish the story, and I feel like it's coming together slowly, very slowly. Don't ask me where the time went. Time management is my weakness. It's late in the morning now and I really want to get started writing. We're still continuing on adding the missing scenes that lead up to the part of the story that I said yesterday, y'all, that I think should be towards the end of the book. I'm trying to just lock in and brainstorm and figure out what scenes are leading up to it. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't go too random, if that makes sense, or just writing scenes that have nothing to do with the plot or won't help the plot or don't show characters changing or affecting their journey or an emotional arc. I want to make sure that the scenes are not random, not just something because I'm in the mood to write or I feel like writing. I had the right scene. Well, I want that, but I need to make sure these scenes are making the story flow and move forward and they're showing the characters' internal conflict and the characters changing. And also, I need to write more scenes with the antagonist. I don't know why. It's just my brain is just so scared to write scenes with the antagonist. I'm scared, I guess, because I'm going to write him sounding cringy. Like I said many times in my other videos, I don't want my antagonist to be evil just because he's evil. I want him to have a reason why he is the way he is. And that's why I listened to that Abby Emmons podcast episode this morning, so I can fully understand and learn more about a villain. So during this 45-minute writing sprint this morning, I've tried to only write 2 to 3 scenes. And I really want to focus on scenes about this antagonist, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So with that being said, I'm going to stop yapping and I'm just going to get started writing.
Storms on the roof, secrets whispered, bulletproof. We build worlds out of steel. Now they're ruins of something we feel. It's so nice to get away, just for a moment, just for a day.
It did take me the entire 45 minutes to write one scene, but I think I just spent too much time overthinking it. I want to write more scenes with him in it, but I'm torn. As I was writing, but to be fair, y'all, it was a very emotional, intense scene, and he revealed it to the protagonist through a casual conversation, his desire and the motivation behind why he's doing what he's doing. And I just feel like it could contribute greatly to the story. I only got 864 words, and I was hoping I'll get to 1,000, but you know what it is what it is. But to be fair, I was in the zone. I was just sipping my coffee. I was playing some dark academia music. Okay, I gotta confess. It's probably why it took me forever to finish and move on to another scene. I did make a little mood board for this story, and I got a little carried away because I just want to imagine the scene that's playing out right now. So yeah, and I feel like the story's coming together. But anyway, I feel like this writing session was so good. I'm gonna come back later today and work on, because there's some things I gotta do, take care of, which I'm kind of feeling lazy about. But I'm gonna come back later this afternoon or maybe tonight and do the second sprint. Let me tell you, I don't know what is up with me and writing an antagonist. I don't know for the life of me why I struggle to write an antagonist. I just always have a hesitation, or I overthink it. I think I'm scared to write cringy moments, but I feel like with a first draft, there's always cringy moments, there's always messy moments. It's just all about getting it done. And the one thing I am learning is that the best way to figure out anything is sometimes it's just by doing it. So I do a lot of research on this on Google, but I was like, Hannah, just write the story, just write it. The only way you're going to figure out who this character is just writing it. And I try to add more stuff to the character profile and add more details, but I'm like, sometimes you just gotta start writing, and then from there you figure out ideas. Sometimes I do get ideas as I'm writing. Stuff come to me. Like this writing session tonight, actually, I was just sitting here just writing a scene. The first scene I wrote was just a little bit towards world building and just background information in the story, the casual info dump or information you find in the book that it just gives you an idea of the type of world the characters are in. That's what the first scene was. And then as I was writing, I came up with this awesome idea of a scene to have for my protagonist. It was not my protagonist, to add for my antagonist. And this scene I was starting to write really showed his desire and the motivation behind his desire. Unfortunately, the time ran out before I could dive deep into that scene. At least it gave me something to write tomorrow, because I could show it tomorrow, not sure what to write now, even sure where to begin. I gave myself something to go on for the next day. And speaking of the next day, it's supposed to be the last day. I'm supposed to write all the scenes that fill in the gap from the part where I left off at, and then after that I'm supposed to write until the end of the story. But I feel like I need more time. I feel like there's still some scenes that are missing from the story, honestly a good amount. So I really just need to lock in and get these scenes written. I feel like I'm dragging around, wasting time, and I really want the story done by the end of May, because I started working on this book, I think it was late March or early April, somewhere around there. Honestly, I want to say it was late March, the very last few days of March. I started working on this book. I gotta look back at my videos I posted, and I really want to get this book done by the end of May. I might need to push deadline back a little further, back a little bit, I don't know, but I'm really hoping to get this book done with the first draft, because my plan is when this draft is done, I was going to come back and start revision, editing, working on the third draft for my debut novel. I have this idea in mind. When it comes to working on my books, I like to do them in layers. I don't know how else to call it. Layers. If one story, I wrote the first draft and it's on pause. Let's say after you write a first draft, you got to give it like a 3 to 6 month break. Some authors do like a whole year away from it. But me, when the book is on pause, I like to work on the other story like that. When this book right now, first draft, is on pause for the next several months, I'm going to be working on my debut novels, revisions and editing, and then come back, do like a back and forth pattern, that makes sense, because I just have so many story ideas and I want them to be out there and published as soon as possible. And I don't want to wait around years later to work on them, because I just want to write these stories so bad. But anyway, this writing session tonight was very cozy. I really enjoyed the vibes. I have my candles lit, having a snack, having my soda. I'm thinking about doing a cozy night video of writing. I don't know, we'll see. Like a cozy little nighttime video or a nighttime routine, part of the 75 Heart Challenge. I love making videos for you guys. This has just been so fun, and thank you for all the support, the views, subscribers, y'all. I just love making videos for y'all. I love the community I'm building. I want to build a writer community, a club, like our safe haven, a safe spot. I just have so many ideas for us, y'all. I want my videos to feel like I'm talking to my best friend. I just pick up the phone and I just called one of my friends and I just started FaceTiming y'all. That's what I want my videos to feel like. And if it's not feeling that way, y'all need to let me know, because I want to feel, hey, I literally on a FaceTime call with a best friend, but she's also vlogging and showing me her life. So I want y'all to feel that way. But anyway, I'm gonna stop rapping, because y'all, I can sit here for a minute and go. But in real life, and you saw me in real life and out and about in public, I am not this chattery at all. It's probably because I'm in the room alone and I'm just literally talking from a camera, and y'all just easy to talk to that way. I'm gonna stop talking. Y'all have a safe weekend, a safe day, wherever time y'all watching this. And by the way, if you want to join the 75 Heart Writing Challenge, you love the videos I'm doing, you love the content that's being shown, and you just want to be a part of this challenge, go ahead and the freebie, grab a template, a track or whatever in the description below, and get yourself a free copy of it so you can join this challenge with us. But enough about me. I want to know what y'all are thinking. Let me know in the comments below. Are y'all doing a 75 Heart Writing Challenge? And if you are, what story or project are you working on? Tell me a little bit about it. I want to know what y'all are working on. If you like videos like this, go ahead and subscribe and just let YouTube know you enjoy this type of content. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.